Have you ever looked at a map of the Maldives and thought of it as a small nation? A beautiful, but tiny, scattering of islands in the Indian Ocean? Well, get ready to have your mind blown. The truth is, the Maldives we see today is just a fraction of a once vast maritime empire. For over 2,000 years, the rulers of this coral archipelago held a powerful title: ruler of land and sea, lord of the 12,000 islands. This wasn't just poetic language. It was a precise, political claim to an immense territory. Imagine this. The ancient Maldivian kingdom started far to the north, at an atoll called Maliku, now known as Minicoy. From there, it stretched southward in an unbroken chain of atolls, lagoons, and reefs for over 2,500 kilometers. That's longer than the distance from London to Moscow. It crossed the equator and only ended at the remote Chagos archipelago, including the island of Diego Garcia. Now, you might think it's still just a bunch of small islands. But for a seafaring people, the ocean was the true territory. When you measure the kingdom by its reefs, its lagoons, and the vital fishing zones around each atoll, the ancient Maldives covered more than 900,000 square kilometers of the Indian Ocean. That's 10 times its size today. And what about the 12,000 islands? That wasn't a literal count of just the land. It was a sacred number that included every single piece of the realm, every visible island, every submerged reef, every sandbar that appeared at low tide. All of it belonged to the same crown. This isn't some forgotten myth. Early Portuguese maps from the 16th century, drawn before modern borders were carved up, show this massive kingdom in incredible detail. They clearly mark the realm stretching from Minicoy in the north all the way down to Diego Garcia and the Chagos Islands in the south. Even an exiled Maldivian sultan, writing in 1561, specifically listed the Chagos Islands among his lost territories. And as late as the 1830s, British Admiralty charts labeled this entire chain, from top to bottom, as the Maldive Islands. So, what did controlling this immense oceanic superhighway mean? It gave the lords of the 12,000 islands three incredible advantages. First, a monopoly on cowrie shells. These small, white shells were the international currency of Asia and Africa for centuries. The warm waters from Minicoy down to the Great Chagos Bank produced them in quantities unmatched anywhere else on Earth. The Maldivian kingdom controlled the global supply. Second, they controlled the central crossroads of the Indian Ocean. Any ships sailing between India and Southeast Asia, or between Sri Lanka and East Africa, had to pass through or near their territory. This gave them immense strategic and economic power. And third, it was a unified cultural realm. From the northernmost island to the southernmost, the people spoke dialects of the same language, Divahai. They built the same unique stone-plank boats, called odis. And they all pledged allegiance to the same throne in the capital, Male. It was only in the 20th century that colonial and post-colonial politics sliced up this ancient kingdom, shrinking it into the borders we see on maps today. Minicoy became part of India. The Chagos archipelago became a British territory. But here's the most fascinating part. Even after all this, the memory of the great realm was never erased. When the Maldives became a republic in 1968, the official presidential standard quietly kept the ancient motto, written in the elegant Divahai script: Lord of land and sea, sovereign of the 12,000 islands. Maps can be redrawn, borders can be moved, but the ocean always remembers. The story of the true Maldivian Empire is a powerful reminder that our understanding of history is often shaped by the lines on a modern map, and that the real story is sometimes much, much bigger. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this journey into the hidden history of the Maldives, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more stories that change the way you see the world.